Hey, welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It's I don't even know the date right now. All I know is that it's pretty crazy just getting the update from Alex Jones right now because I just watched the regular news while they were showing it, and excuse me, um and yeah, I'm calling baloney. I'm calling, like, it was kind of weird to see a bunch of people like worshiping the police right now. Like they were like tackling their car while they're passing by. I was like I think people have a different concept of how to look at the police nowadays. The police are our servants. They do a community service to us. They protect us. But this is not protecting us. This is just straight up martial law. And this, if you can, I don't know. That's what I can, like, pretty much. I've done a little bit of history. They did that whole thing in Rome. I've seen it. There's a lot of examples of false flag terrorism, but you know what I mean. It looks like baloney because you saw the pictures from the first day that it happened with the guys standing around dressed like Navy SEALs. You know that there's all kinds of people there, and then they happen to blame two kids. It's just kind of weird, like I don't even know what to think, man. I'm like, I literally prayed to God, man, because I can't even imagine if the government is really staging this. Like, I cannot even imagine how worse it's going to get from now on. And I know that behind this, if those kids were really patsies, then they were patsies for some kind of Muslim extremist sect, and I don't know who it is. But if they keep, creeping into our country and staging terrorist attacks like this, which, the FBI, I mean the CIA, is they're funding Al-Qaeda in Libya and Syria, so that's real stuff. You could go look at that on Google. That's declassified information, man. That's really serious. And if, like, these people are really in our country, they're gonna just start bombing more, and then they're gonna start implementing martial law more on the streets everywhere. So I'm hoping to God, I'm really hoping to God, man, that this isn't really what it looks like, because people are so stupid that they believe everything that they hear. They believe anything that they hear, man. And it's just really pathetic to me how people just believe whatever the government tells them. And CNN got caught saying that they arrested someone on site at the time the bombing happened, and then they took it back because they pulled it back because InfoWars had already given them, like, the whole entire media, the internet, all the photos of the time the bombing went, and they saw a bunch of mysterious and suspicious things going on there, and it's totally obvious. I mean, you go look at the photos for yourself, man. I don't even care anymore, dude. If I sound like the Grim Reaper, who cares, man? You know what I mean? It's gonna happen anyway, so why do you even want to hide from it anymore, Like, I'm just sick and tired of being Jeremiah. I'm sick and tired of being the one that, nobody wants to be around. I'm demonized everywhere. They tell they tell everyone that the the 19-year-old was a religious young kid, and he was quiet. And then they try to blame it on Tea Partiers before they even brought it back, you know what I mean? Like, they made up an excuse because Wolf Blitzer comes out to say, oh yeah, we have somebody in custody, and then somebody else comes out like, oh, anybody saying that somebody got ahead of themselves is really, you know what I mean? And then it's CNN saying that, so they're totally, like, they got caught staging this, man. I'm pretty sure that they did get caught staging this, and who can deny it? They have been caught. They're known liars. They're known liars working for offshore banks that have been doing this to countries all throughout, decades and decades. They have been they're the robber barons. They're the people that really run the whole entire world. They're the ones that they're pretty much the shadow government that runs the United States, the corporate, the corporate states of America, because we're not united. We're all divided by race, and everybody believes in, like, a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. Because when it comes to liberty, you have to really know something about history, because people that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. It's not even that's not my saying. That's like Thomas Jefferson or like Benjamin Franklin, man. These people were people who actually went through tyranny and fought for their liberty. These people left us, like, ridiculous knowledge, man. And people who don't want to look at the facts for themselves are doomed to repeat it. And you know what? They think, like, they're on a winning side because everything that around them tells them that it's alright. And, they don't tell them the truth. You know, they obviously don't tell nobody the truth, man. And it's just, who is gonna, you know, I got a couple of articles right here from WorldNet Daily that are both about the Boston bombing, but I'm already over it. I'm not even, I was gonna read them, but I'm not even gonna read them now, because this is serious talk now. This isn't about, you know, whatever's being reported by journalists right now. This is about reality right now, man. And this is something that needs to be talked about. And if people don't like to hear it, I really encourage you to not care anymore, man. I really encourage you to tell people to not to change, to you know, like, people. Okay, I'm gonna get really good right now. Okay, a lot of people want a relationship with God, but they think they have to go and fix a couple things. They think like, all right, you know, I would really like a relationship with the Lord, but I need to go and fix a couple things before I do that. But they don't. But people who really that think like that, they're missing the point, because where the Lord is, whether you seek Him unknowingly, knowing that, you know, whether you expect it or not, you are going to receive your healing, man. You're going to receive knowledge. Where do you think wisdom and understanding comes from? It doesn't come out of nowhere. I mean, I thought I knew something, and then I started reading my Bible. This is real talk right now, you guys. I started to read it, and then I started to realize that everything that I know comes from this book. No matter whatever experiences you've had in life, that doesn't carry you through life. Your experiences do not hold any, like I always say this, the body profits nothing. So, you know, pretty much all your experiences don't really matter. They're not going to help you in the future, really. You know, there's only one thing that can help you, always, and it's always the answer. The answer to everything is always leading back to the cross. And now, you know what I mean? I might sound like a, you know, terrorist right now, because I know a lot of you probably watch the news, but that's just what I know, and that's what I'm really, like, committed to, man. It's just really encouraging you to tell everybody you know, especially your families, and everybody that you, like, even if your friends don't want to hear it. And sometimes we know that we hang out with some friends that probably aren't, or, you know, probably, you know, I don't know how to explain this, man. It's just, you know, I have had a lot of friends, you know, leave me lately because they try to get me to denounce God. And that's how people are these days, where if you believe in God, you're considered crazy. Or if you even believe that the government is corrupt, you're crazy. People don't even really want to think about anything. They just want to be in a coma and watch Harry Potter or Dancing with the Stars or whatever is up right now, you know? But there's more to life than just whatever the media is spewing out, and whatever you know, technology comes out. You know, technology is awesome, you guys. I love, you know, iPods and iPads and whatever comes out. It's all awesome. I think that we need to evolve as fast as our technology evolves. The more technology evolves is the more we should love. There's a movie that I saw that was about I can't even remember what it's called, but it's about a guy who's flying an airplane. This is like a 70s movie, back in like the 60s or 70s. It's an old movie. And the guy drops a Coca-Cola bottle after he's done drinking it outside of the plane, and when it hits the ground on the island, there's a, you know, a native tribe there, a native tribe that has been living their entire lives in this really primitive state where they use rocks and they break things, and then they find the bottle, they find the Coca-Cola bottle, and they start using it, and it makes life easier for them. Well, as time goes on, they start to get jealous over who has the bottle and is using it. Really help me. What is the movie called? You know, whatever. When you comment on this video, like, please help me. tell me who, you know, what movie this is, because I really can't remember. But that is really what technology does to you. It really makes you decadent, where you want to go out and buy a bunch of stuff to impress a bunch of people that don't really care about you. And it's just it's kind of a you know, an oxymoron. But you guys, drop the iPod. You know, I have my iPod. This is obviously what I record on every day. But, you know, I just want to say, straight up, man, this is real talk. This is real talk, you know? If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, you know? But, let's stop being so selfish, and let's start reaching out to people more. It's not really even about us anymore, man. If you got something to say, you need to say it. And then you need to trust God that He's going to see you through it, man. Because I don't even know what's going to happen to me when I step out, because I was scared to death the other day. Having people try to denounce me, to say, you know, I shouldn't believe in God. Like, shouldn't I be able to say that that's my property, that my beliefs and my principles are they're my property? So when somebody tries to come and take my property, isn't that like somebody coming and trying to take your freedom? Trying to take your livelihood, trying to take your God-given rights of just being this world's covered in sin. You're either gonna worship police or you're gonna be righteous, okay? Or you're gonna be strong and brave, and you're gonna love and have compassion with people, and you're gonna drop all your selfishness, and you're gonna stop being materialistic, okay? Period. That's the only way, you guys. So subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys come back, because I'm gonna always be reporting the news. I'm always gonna be telling you guys something, because I'm always learning. I stay in that humble state that people who know best are those people who know how little they know, because people who think that they know it all, we're better off than them, believe me, because those people are done. They're done learning, and they don't even understand how much there is to understand about, man. Like, there is so much. Who can fathom how the entire universe was made? You cannot really fathom a lot of things. There's a lot of things that you can't even wrap your head around. So to pretend like you're some kind of narcissistic, sociopath that goes around judging people, and you're telling yourself that you think you know what goes through someone else's mind, and that you can say whether they're crazy or a good person, you are a freak. You need to start doing that. That's not good for you, man. And you need to start looking at people on the bright side, having a better perception on life, not being so dark and gloomy. That's all bad. All bad. You know what I mean? If you want to behave like that, then what's coming is for you. It's for you. That's what it's coming for, people like you. So you either join us or you go down like a coward. So, you know what I mean? That's all it is to it. I hope you guys have a blessed day, man. Praise the Lord.